Well, hello, citizens of the world. Good Minecraft morning to you all. I am over here at the, well, what was supposed to be a temporary melon and pumpkin farm. Yeah, and I haven't gotten back to it. It's still the temporary farm. I mean, you can see it works, but it could work a lot better. And I need to do something about that. Oh, there it goes. I need to do something about that, but not today. I'm gonna just pick up the harvest here, and we are going to get back to our project. We need to finish the Wither Skull farm. It's really, in the end, it's not going to be a Wither Skull farm so much as it's going to be just a general Nether farm, but it's going to make Wither Skulls for sure. I have no idea how many to be. Oops. I wonder if I can work a door. I have no idea how many it's going to make. I'm just being honest with you there, but it'll definitely make some. I mean, I've already seen some spawn in the area, so yeah, it'll work. We'll just have to wait and see. So we're gonna run back over to the base here. Actually, we can fly back over to the base, couldn't we? We're gonna fly back over to the base here, and we've got a few things we need to do to get ready to go, and then we're gonna zip we're gonna zip back on over to the site of the farm. And let's see, I'm just going to dump these for now. We're going to, dump you too. We're going to zip back over to the side of the farm, and then we're going to get going. So we're going to craft up some stuff and then get over there. So let's get cracking. All right, citizens, here I am in the tunnel, heading over to the area where the Wither skeleton farm is going to be. You can see I have been, well, you can't see here from this really, but I have been very, very hard at work despawning the area, putting in stairs and making things look nice, all that kind of stuff. Okay, I have some glass with me. I'm going to it's not, well, let me see. Let me get down here and then I'll explain what's going on. Getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so I've made this little entryway here, just for a little bit of safety, so I can kind of peek in and see what's going on before I commit to getting out there. I hear that ghast. He's around somewhere. Anyway, not ghast. Wait, yes, ghast. Got confused for a second. Yeah, so there's still a lot of work to do. I need to take out this area, or else at least despawn it. But actually, I could use those bricks for construction purposes. So you can see I've used a lot of lava here to despawn stuff, and then maybe in a bit it will fly over. I've done a lot of buttons. I have placed about 8 double chests of buttons, believe it or not. Let's fly over there, and I'll. Oh, do I not have rockets? Oh, it's because I have my bow equipped. So I've got a lot of lava here. You can see that's doing stuff, but look at all these buttons. I haven't done everything, as you can see, but that's another nether fortress over there. That actually. Oh, I don't have gold. Do I have gold on? It's in my... Okay, I need to hide somewhere and get some gold on. I can't put a chest down anywhere because I've buttoned it all up. Here, let's just go over here. So I've been, as you can see, been putting down lots and lots of buttons to... Oh, I thought I didn't have my inner chest for a second. Oh, no. I didn't bring gold. How did I not bring gold? Unless it's in one of these boxes. No, that's my emergency box. I am an idiot. Well, okay, so we'll check in here. But I don't think this is going to have gold in it. Nope. All right, well, I'll be heading back. I won't put you through that pain. But before I head back, let me just explain what's going on, and then when I get back here, I can just restart things. And where's my silk touch? Restart things, and you'll know what's happening. So I where's that netherrack? Have buttoned most of this area up as far as I need to prevent spawning. I'm pretty sure I've got the borders right. So you see it stops over here somewhere. This is actually not my nether fortress. There's two nether fortresses pretty close together, but I'm pretty sure I don't need to go any further than that. So I think I'm okay as far as the range goes from... why didn't I fly? Why am I not flying? That was weird. Okay. All right. So anyway, I've buttoned things up. But the area I have not done is down here, which is why there's all those zombie pigmen down there. I realized before I'd done some of this. See, I ran out of buttons. You can see, so I had started using iron pressure plates. I realized if I button everything up, well, at this point there's no more buttoning because I don't have any more stone. So I'll be using the iron pressure plates because I got the iron farm. I can just make a zillion of them. So I'll be iron plating up this area. But if I do that now, then the area where I'm going to be trying to work out here to build the wither farm is going to be the only place where things can spawn. So stuff's going to be spawning very close to me. And I'd rather not that happen. So we will make this safer. Obviously, right now you wouldn't want to fall off these stairs or get knocked off them by a ghast or anything. So I'll with something, I'll make this safer. This is going to be the way down to the killing area for the farm, which is the spawning area will be up here. And then we'll drop them down to down here for the killing area. So that's the general plan. I don't have a specific plan yet. I'm thinking I might use flying machines because I've got basically unlimited slime at this point. If you saw the last episode, you know why or how. But what I would like to do after I go get some gold on is I'm going to come back with this red glass and I'm going to enclose the entire spawning area in red glass. Maybe if I have enough, enclose this area in red glass as well, so that while I'm working on that farm, building the flying machines, etc., I'm not getting pelted by ghasts and the rest of it. Now, while I'm working out here and getting rid of this stuff, I think I'm just going to have to deal with that. But I don't want to be in there working on the farm and having to constantly deal with ghasts and blazes and whatnot. So that's the plan. And I think it wants to be enclosed in glass anyway, eventually. So might as well do it now while I'm working on it, eh? So that's the plan. I'm gonna go get some gold armor on that I stupidly forgot to bring, and then see, I've already buttoned that up, so I don't need to worry about that. But I think I am gonna actually remove this brick because I would like to have it actually. I'm going to build 2 or 3 platforms for spawning. I'm not sure. And then start figuring out how this farm's going to work. All right, citizens, I can now work in safety from nasties like this guy. I've got it completely glassed in, and it's a good thing because I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, I need to make a wither skeleton farm. I know they can spawn on these bricks. Of course, they can't spawn on this glass. I've got to come up with a plan. I'm probably going to make a couple more levels, spawning platforms. I'm sure I can make at least one more below and still be within the bounding box of the nether fortress, and maybe one above. I might have to take all this glass that I just took the last 30 minutes to apply up there and replace it with something they can spawn on. I don't know. Hello, friend. So I don't know that I necessarily need to have like maximum efficiency here, because I want them for beacons basically. I mean, it'd be nice to have them for coal and such, but I don't use a lot of coal. I mean, I used a lot to make all these torches, but still, even like that, you're like, that's like finding this many torches is like finding 2 or 3 veins of coal. It really is just very plentiful stuff. So I'm not that worried about it, but I'm gonna. Why am I using my bow? That's ridiculous. So I am. I'm gonna figure out a general plan. I think the general plan is going to be that there's going to be flying machines inside here. I mean, obviously I take all the lights out, the ridiculous number of torches out, and put some flying machines in, and have the flying machines push them into a gap, maybe in the middle, maybe on the end. I don't know. Let's see, my little way down is actually closer to the middle, so maybe in the middle. Flying machines fly across, push everyone into a gap, and then kill them down there. Maybe a second pair of, some second flying machines that push them down below into a central area. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I'm not short on slime. So I'll sleep on it. I'll figure out a design, and we'll make this thing work. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So the next thing you're gonna see, I think I haven't done this yet as I speak to you now, but I think the next thing you're gonna see is a time lapse of me making this farm. What I want to do is build a flying machine right here. Actually, we're going to have to build a few of them. And it'll fly over and sweep the mobs down into this gap. There's going to be another flying machine that flies this way and sweeps them into that gap. And that takes them down to the killing area. But the flying machine needs a little station here at each end. Flying machines need stations at the end, which means that this wall is too close. It needs to go back this way a few blocks to make the stations. Or maybe I don't actually have to move the whole wall, but I'm going to have to cut into it to make the station. So I'm going to take out this glass and go ahead and start building the flying machines. Alright, so since I have a prototype, to be a little bit careful, there's no roof on this thing right now where I am, and yeah, we don't want gas to fly overhead. And I can hear that I have a little guest out there, so let me get ready for that. So I'll show you how this thing works. I'm not an expert on flying machines, so it took a little bit of trial and error, but I got it going. So back here is the mechanism that re-triggers the flying machine, which I know it's more complicated than it needs to be. I did want a nice delay on it, and yeah, I mean the easiest way to do that was just to put a chain of whatever you call those things, repeaters. So what happens is there's let me break a block and I'll show you. Oh, I only have one nether brick left. Okay, well that's fine. I'll recover this one. Oops, let's try to use a pickaxe. There we go. Yeah, so there's an observer right there that observes the return of the, the flying machine, which actually is stopped by that obsidian that you saw right there. Right, so that observer charges up this block right here, which this repeater feels, sends a signal around, back up, and to this repeater, which sends, triggers this piston, which sets the thing in motion again. So let's go out here. I gotta crouch down. Where are you, my friend? Hello, friend. Goodbye, friend. Can I just make him go off the side? Let's see. So they stuck over there now? Oh no, because there's I made a little bridge. So I'm gonna have to actually kill you. And well, you're just gonna go off the side, aren't you? I mean, might as well just go over here and swack them. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So here's a flying machine. Whoa! Where did you come from? Jeez Louise. Oh, he was down there and he flew up. Where are you? Alright, he's dead now. Goodness gracious, I came out of nowhere. So here's my prototype flying machine. I think this is as wide as I can make it. I want it to reach to the floor like this. That's why these note blocks are here. I just like the way the note blocks look. But I want it to reach the floor because baby zombie pigmen and baby piglins, I'm not sure about piglins, but baby zombie pigmen definitely can spawn in here. And I want them to get swept up. All right, so these flying machines will eventually fly side to side. I'm going to need probably 4 of them, I think. We'll have to count that later. 4 or 5 of them. Right now I've got this obsidian here blocking the path just so I could test without having to let it fly all the way across. Okay, so just a standard basic flying machine with 2 pistons and 2 slime blocks and 2 observers. That's all it takes. And then this obsidian is what stops it. Actually, I think the obsidian is probably not necessary because, well, I don't know. It might be. Anyway, it's there. And the glazed terracotta is, there's more of it than is needed, but I just like to use it. And I have it, so why not? But like along these edges here, it is necessary because this slime block needs to slide along that terracotta and not stick to it, which it doesn't. So it gets here, stopped by the obsidian. That's the observer that observes this, actually, ironically, observer, and then sends the signal, as we mentioned before, travels down and around and back up, triggers that piston. That piston triggers this observer, which sends the whole thing on its way again. So we can, just for now, we could trigger it from here, and there it goes. And then we wait for a minute, and it comes back. Yay! It works. Now, how I'm going to get these two right next to each other, I think I'm going to have to use a honey block there, actually. That way the honey and the piston and the slime won't stick to each other, and we can keep... Yeah, I think I'll have to use a honey block on the end, so I'm going to have to go back to the base again and get some honey. I don't have a lot of honey, but I'm only going to need, what, like 4 or 5 honey blocks? Hopefully I won't have to go over to the bee island and get more honey. This is turning into a project. This is like, I think this is the biggest project so far. Partly just because I'm trying to build in the nether, which of course is inherently dangerous, as we just saw. So anyway, just wanted to show you that prototype. I'm gonna go get some honey, and I'm gonna just build it out here. I'm gonna probably just build out all of this side first, then we'll go over and do the return stations on that side, and then I'm gonna need to hop down here. Well, obviously I have to do the same thing on the second level, or on the first level, so that's a little bit of a project. And then I'm going to do the sweepers that go this way. And they'll just, yeah, again, sweep across, return across, right? So it's a lot of building to do, but pretty straightforward now that I've got the basic system figured out. All right, citizens. The farm is done, I hope. I have not actually tried it out yet. I mean, obviously, mobs are getting collected in here. It's quite a racket. Yeah, quite a racket. I'm going to hop in there and start killing some stuff. See what we get. Unfortunately, we get a lot of magma cubes. Oh, did somebody just fire at me? Can they see me? Huh. Didn't hit me. Look at all the stupid magma cubes. I wish there was a way of... Oh, they're hitting me. How are they even seeing me? That's bizarre. Anyway. Alright, we'll wait for another load of them. Stupid blazes, too. But... still haven't gotten... Oh, we got a skull! Haha! First one! Do I get an advancement for that? Yay! Haha! Alright. That is awesome. That is awesome. Wait, some of them are dying when they land. That's not good. Why are they dying when they land? Oh, I think I know why. So, we may have to work on that a little bit. Well, citizens, I worked at the with the skull. Well, really, it's just a general nether fortress mob farm, and there were some flaws. There's some flaws in the design for sure, and so I spent a few more hours. It's all I could really stand. Spent a few more hours fixing it up a bit. So I'm going to dash over there and show you that, and then we're going to AFK there for a while and see what we can get. All right, citizens, here we are. I'm going to give you the tour. Take a moment to gander at that lovely piece of work there. Lots of iron. I have an iron farm. Ooh, look, there's more. Yep, that took hours and hours. Combination of buttons and iron pressure plates. Thousands of them. All right, so I guess I can get rid of this. It used to be turned on and off here, but now I've got, you see, I've got the on and off switch down there at the bottom, and there's a torch tower that brings it up here. So that's nice. I don't know, have I shown you? This is a little dangerous. Yeah, so here's the back side. There's That goes down to the one below us. And lots of bad guys in there. This is just the turning stations, right? So these just turn the flying machines around. So let's look inside. So let's see. It's probably easier to look inside from the lower. This is just all maintenance stuff here, right? So yeah, you can see from here. There's the flying machines. Okay, on the top. Is that the top level? No, that's the second. That's the bottom level. There's the flying machines. There's 3 separate flying machines. There's our friends that we're going to see down below in just a minute. The flying machines fly across to the other side, and at the other side, which we can't really see from here. Let's see what happens if I crouch down. No, you can't really see from here. At that side, the flying machines turn around and come back, and they're sweeping everybody into this area here, which sometimes they fall down there anyway, like that thing just did, because I do have these trap doors on the side, so they will sometimes think they can walk over that trap door and end up falling in. And then there's another flying machine which is currently parked. You can see some of the slime right there. It's currently parked right here. This flying machine flies back and forth, and you can see where those furthest away. Hey, you're in my way. You can see that gap right there in the floor. He just jumped back up there. Oh, he took a ride on that little bit of the flying machine. Anyway, it will send them down the chute, right? And there used to be an on-off switch here. Oh, I should cover that up. All right, so that's the business end, or that's the generation end, I guess. The business end, I guess, is where you whack them, huh? Whew, it's noisy. This is just a little storage area that I had. It was useful when this place was not nearly as safe as it is now. It's kind of pointless now. I don't think there's anything in here anymore. But it was useful for keeping stuff, for having a safe place to go to kind of collect my things and get everything ready for the next round of building. But it's kind of a useless room now. Okay, we come down here. This is all these stairs or slabs. Nothing can spawn in here. And now we have, it used to be very complicated to turn on and off. There's still a little bit of that, but it's not too bad. This right here turns the machine on and off, so it turns on all the flying machines, and it also turns on this clock by pushing that note block into this. Just a standard repeater clock. It pushes that notebook in there and completes the circuit, lets the clock run. You have to start the clock going with by flicking this lever. You can also, and what that clock is running. What do we have in here? Oh, it's not too busy. How are you there? Can they spawn on... Can things spawn on crafting tables? Nothing has spawned on it before. Alright, friend. Now they're unhappy with me. Alright, so let me show you what we got going on over here. So here is the clock room, as I call it. There used to be a much more complicated, well, maybe not complicated, but a different kind of clock in here, but it turned out that all I really needed was this repeater clock, which gave me a better, it just worked better, so there you go. The clock periodically sends a signal up this mini torch tower, goes up into here. Yeah, they're not happy with me still. It goes up into here, and this is kind of a little bit of a spaghetti of redstone, but basically what it's doing is there are 2 sets of pistons. There's a set of 4 pistons right here. You can just see these lower 2. They push out to push the mobs into a smaller area, because this is a 4x4 area. It's hard to reach the back of it with your sword. So they push mobs this way, and then this is well, it's just 1 piston, but with slime blocks, it creates a 2 high by 3 wide, by 4 wide, or 3 wide, 4 wide, 2 high by 4 wide piston pusher, and it pushes everything. And the only reason for this, for a little bit of extra redstone here, is that when it's a double piston, right? So it has to the way double pistons work when they retract, this front piston has to actually retract twice, so it has to get double pulsed in order to pull everything back into where it's supposed to be. But basically the point is it pushes everybody into a easier to reach place. I think they're starting to entity cram maybe. And then what else do we have? We have right here all the swords and bows and crap that you get from the skeletons and the zombie pigmen and so forth. They get thrown away. So they get sorted out right here, filtered out right here, goes into this dropper. When this dropper has things in it, it sets off this little clock right here by pushing these observers together, and the dropper empties into the lava below. And then here also I'm filtering out rotten flesh, and it also goes away. Everything else goes to these chests right here, which probably don't... Oh, there's one gold nugget. Oh, a wither skeleton skull. Huh. That must have been from my previous efforts. I didn't think anything would have made it into that second chest. Interesting. Okay, well, we're about to get some more of those. Anyway, I will probably make another item sorter right here to sort out the 7 or so items that I'm actually saving. Maybe even like load them into shulker boxes or something. That might be kind of fun. Anyway, let's turn this farm on. Oh, and then, right, so here's the pistons that push out. Well, those are iron blocks. You can't have the slime on the lower part. I found out the hard way because your sword can break it too easily. So I had to redesign, and now you see the slime is on the upper part of the piston thing, and iron blocks are below, so you can't break them. And then these end rods are just the perfect. They're perfect. If you belly on up to the end rod there, the blazes cannot see you. I was having trouble with that as well. Blazes were shooting at me. If you belly up to this end rod, blazes will never see you, but you can kill all of them. So it's wonderful. Right now the piston seems to be extended. Not sure why. Oh, I know why. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, so we're going to turn on the farm, and we're going to here they come, and now we got to flick the lever for a few seconds to start generating the pulse of the clock, and now we just start killing them. And you get all the Nether Fortress mobs. I mean, honestly, it's very loud. I'll have to turn that down later. I think I get as many blaze rods from this farm as I do from my blaze farm, which is kind of depressing in ways, but exciting in other ways. We get plenty of coal, plenty of bones, and I think it's going to be even better now that I've got this redesign in here. So here you see, it's throwing. We just heard this guy clicking, throwing away the bad stuff. I think it's all gone now. All right, so come back here. They come in waves because the flying machines, right? They're flying back and forth. It's a fairly long ways for them to fly. So you'll get a wave like this, and then it'll be quiet for a few seconds. Any more, you guys? It'll be quiet for a few seconds, and then boom, another wave. Sometimes, as you can hear, the zombie pigmen die when they hit the ground. They can live. I don't really care about them, actually. It's not a gold farm. It never will be a gold farm. They can live, but if they've taken any damage from the flying machine, which they can do, because sometimes it presses them up against the wall and smothers them for a minute, it won't kill them up there. At least I've never seen that happen, but it can kill them. It can reduce their health enough so that they die down here. But I've only seen that happen to a wither skeleton once. Now, when this was lower, this thing used to be down here. And when it was down here, I would get, I don't know, maybe 1 in 10 or so wither skeletons would die. Maybe even more than that. But by raising it up, how far did I raise it up in the end? 3 blocks? I think 3 or 4 blocks. By raising it up 3 or 4 blocks, I was able to prevent prevent that from happening. I think it could, in principle, still happen. I think maybe I have seen it happen once, but it's pretty rare now. They would have to get quite a lot of damage. They would have to take quite a lot of damage from the machine, from the flying machine, before they would lose enough, because they have a lot of health. All right, well, that's how it works. Flying machine is going to come by and drop us another load in just a minute. Let's just see what we got. In that, what was that, like 5 minutes or something? Oh, 3 wither skeleton skulls. Look at this, folks. This is insane. Look at all this stuff. All right, citizens, the farming session is over. I got all the goodies in these boxes right here, if I can control myself. And we're gonna reveal now what's in the boxes. So we have a lot of blaze rods. Look at that. That's that might be almost as fast as the blaze farm, to be honest. So I don't know if the blaze farm is going to be that useful to me anymore. We'll see. Bone. Lots and lots of bone. We don't need to worry about farming skeletons anymore, do we? Unless I want to AFK them, of course. Coal. Loads and loads of coal. I even had to turn some of it into blocks. I got so much coal. And here's the really sweet thing. 64 plus 28 wither skulls. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of wither skulls. Super happy. Magma cream. It's not that valuable. Especially with zombie piglin trading. You get so many fire resist potions from that they're just not that useful. But there they are. Arrows. I actually had a lot more arrows now. I started throwing them away because I don't need that many arrows. And then we got a kind of random box here. A bit of gold. Not bad. Not bad. A couple endermen ended up in the farm. They don't teleport out for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but I'm glad. So you just whack them and they die. A couple of feathers, a chicken, and 1 potato. I don't think this is going to be a good source of potatoes. Anyway, that was quite a haul, if I do say so myself. And I think we're going to be done now. So thanks so much for watching. That was a lot of work, but definitely worth it. We have access to wither skulls, which means pretty soon we're going to have access to beacons. Hurrah, hooray, hurroom. All right, anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.